Hello everybody, socalthero here. Welcome back to another video of Microsoft Flight Simulator. In this one, we are going to be continuing our around the world trip, and this one as well. I am actually on the same day that I did the last one. I wanted to keep flying just because I was having a lot of fun doing it. And I do still have, if you watched the last video, I have a few chores I'm still trying to get done around the house. So I will be away for most of the flight, but I wanted to get this in too and chat with you guys a little bit more here. So, yeah, I already have the flight plan put in. I need to close my door though. Let's go ahead and close the doors. Got everybody on board here, and we are now leaving Kingston, Jamaica, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the setup, get everything set up here. The flight plan's already in here. We're going from Kingston, Jamaica to what is it? Santiago De Cuba in Cuba. So we will be landing in Cuba. So this leg and the next leg is going to take us into Cuba, and the following leg will get us into Havana in Cuba, and then we'll finally leave Cuba and go to the Bahamas and be ever so closer to the US here. So we're going to go ahead and put our headphones on. And then we're going to go ahead and remove the external GPU and get the alternators going here. Get the lights going on here. I don't need landing lights just yet. Let's get some airflow and oxygen in here. There we go. And let's go ahead and fire up the plane. There we go. And GPU's disconnected. Headphones are on. Everything's closed. Yep. All right. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and close that up. I already have the trim set, I believe. Yep. I got the flight plan already set in there as well. Flight plan puts us into Jamaica, or not Jamaica, sorry, we're leaving Jamaica into Cuba in about an hour or so. So it looks like it's gonna be about an hour and 12 minutes from takeoff to landing. So it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter flight today. Let me go ahead and release the parking brake, and we're gonna get out here onto the runway. So even though this is the same day that I flew to Jamaica, we'll just kind of RP that we did our sightseeing, and it's a few days later. I was able to actually find the same parking spot where I stopped at, so I did jump out of game for a few minutes to take care of something, and then I jumped back into the game here, and now we're going to be taking off from Jamaica. We came in on runway 12, if I remember right, and we're going to be departing out the opposite way, and we'll fly over Jamaica a little bit, and then it'll be mostly ocean until we get to the end or the edge of Cuba. So might be a little bit of a shorter video for you guys here. We don't need to worry about flaps. I do need to turn on my landing lights though, just to be safety conscious here. So gonna be taxiing out here today. Flight level or cruise level that I'm trying to stay at is gonna be 10,000 feet, like I typically like to do, just because I like to stay low so we can see a lot of the scenery instead of just clouds. Don't get me wrong, the clouds are beautiful in this game. The entire game is beautiful, but I like to, I wonder if that way's away. Hang on. No, that just does a circle, I guess. And then takes us over to here. We do have to back taxi a little bit, but it's not bad. Not like some of the other airports in South America where it's just like, oh, nobody's coming because you're going to get killed on the runway, or a lot of go-arounds are going to happen. Speaking of which, just make sure nobody's coming. Yep, good there. And you might notice that the time looks similar to the last video, and that's because it is. I did not adjust the time or anything like that, so it's gonna be another afternoon flight, I'm expecting anyways. It's or at least maybe early evening flight as well, but we'll see here. We did our back taxi right now. Like I said, it wasn't too harsh compared to others. Man, those mountains look gorgeous out there. Looks like the weather cleared up a little bit in the amount of time from the last flight to this flight, so it looks like it'll be a little bit clearer out when we take off here, at least higher clouds anyways. And we're still looking good there. Let's go ahead and set our flaps for takeoff, and we're gonna just take off here. We came in pretty quick. We're gonna come out or go out pretty quick too. We got flap set, trim set. Everything else is good here. We're gonna be at 10,000 feet, so I leave the landing lights on with this plane just because they don't they turn into like a white steady burn, and then as you get over 10,000 feet they start to alternate into additional lighting, so I just like to keep them on personally. So positive rate, gear up. People always ask me, what does that mean? I have no idea. I'm just assuming it means that you're calling out that the plane's getting air and you can put the landing gear up. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about, the approach when we came into here. It looks so beautiful out here. I'm glad the weather cleared up a little bit too, because you get to really appreciate it more. Like, really digging that peninsula over there. That must be the tourist area for Kingston. A little off course here. Looky-looing. I hate this trim on this plane. It always wants to rocket out of here. I'm already at 1,400 feet. Ridiculous. An outside view shot here. Get to see more of Kingston. See some of the water down there too. That was a beautiful approach and a beautiful airport. Yeah, see how they turn into additional strobe lights now? That's why I like to just keep them on for the entire flight. Oh, need to get back on the stick here. We're flying way to the left. Speaking of that, let's make sure we have our autopilot ready. And we'll make sure our auto throttle's ready here too. Seem to have lost there it is. I was like, I seem to have lost my line. We're zoomed in pretty good though. At 4,000 feet now. This thing just climbs and climbs. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the power back a bit here. We don't need to be at takeoff thrust anymore. In fact, when we get to which we're almost there anyways, when we get to 5,000 feet I'll turn on the autopilot here, but I wanted to kind of enjoy a little bit of the landscaping. A lot of this flight is going to be ocean flying here. See, and it says it's 1,800 hours right now, universal time, and we're supposed to get at 1930. So yeah, it's about an hour and a half flight. My cell phone comes on from Experian to tell me that my credit utilization rate is looking great. Thank you for that, and interrupting my video. Oh, we're already past 5,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn on the autopilot here. Let the plane do its thing. Get the auto throttle set here too. Make sure I did this right. I just did the other flight earlier, so I should have did everything correctly. Yeah, I did, it looks like. Okay. Autopilot's just adjusting my way off course there. Yeah, here is Kingston, Jamaica to check out in all of its glory here. Oh. We'll leave that up for you guys a little while longer instead of just quick look and dash again. We got the ocean out there and the airport's right behind us there as well. Lots of little homes, it looks like, down there. So yeah, we're gonna be flying over to give you some context here. So gonna be flying up to Kino here, Kino. That's how we got into Kingston. I do remember that. And then we got to go to Radak here, and Radak is what's gonna take us off of Jamaica and into the ocean. And then here, let me move this. I don't really care about traffic. I'm flying by myself again. And then they'll take us up into the ocean here a bit. In fact, I could probably get rid of by Crow just so I have a direct flight over to where I need to go there. So the game is going to render a little bit. Let's see here. So by Crow, we can get rid of this one. We'll see how we look after we do that. There we go. So yeah, it'll be just a straight shot in, and then our top of descent's right over here. So you got Jamaica right here where the Kino is. I keep thinking that you guys can see my cursor, but you can't. And after Jamaica down here, we're gonna get up to Cuba. So for context, we have Cuba going to Santiago De Cuba, and then we got to fly up to Havana, which is going to be a lot of land flying. That's going to it'll probably be a mix of ocean and land flying because it's to the west of here. It's like west and north of it. So to give you guys an idea, zoom out more. So it's kind of, best way to describe where it's at is a little over, just below the north sign on the map there on the right hand side. That map is just below the north. That's where Havana is. And then that's just below the Keys and the Key West there. And I believe, let me look at my flight plans. So yeah, we go from, this is leg number 32 in case I don't put it on the screen there. But this is from Jamaica to Santiago de Cuba. Then we go from Santiago de Cuba to Havana, Cuba. And then after that, I'm going to go to the Bahamas, and then I will go into Key West, Florida. So that'll be pretty cool. So as we get to this, the longer flight that I'm going to have, it looks like, is to Havana. Walk time on that's about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that's going to be a little bit of a longer flight for me. So I'm hoping one of my buddies is available at that time, and then we can go fly. Maybe stop or, well, Jay said he wasn't going to be available for quite some time due to work, so I don't know if he'll be joining us in the series again, or if he does, when it'll take place. But yeah, that's pretty much the flight plan so far. I don't know if any of you guys are in my Discord and want to follow along, but if you are in my Discord, I do, in the announcement section, have the entire flight plan for my around the world trip posted in the announcement section. It's pinned up there too. If you guys want to participate or do it yourself, and maybe catch up to me if you haven't started, or actually blow past me here. So for context, if you are following along, like I said, this is leg, I believe, 31 or 32. I have it saved under the leg. It doesn't tell me the save name now. Okay. On SimBrief, I have them all pre-programmed in there already, so I know what leg to click on when it's time to do the flight. But in this case, taking a look at it, trying to scroll down through my Discord pin notifications. Okay, yeah, this is leg 32. I am correct on that. So yeah, so this is leg 32. And I believe there's 120 legs, is what I've said before in the past. Yes, 120. And that 120 gets us from Las Vegas back to Southern California again. So we do a little bit of a tour over the north of the north of the United States towards the end. Like instead of just taking a straight shot down, like from Alaska to Canada to Washington and Oregon and down to Southern California, kind of do a little bit out of the way through Canada. And then there's a few sites I'm going to be able to see in North America too that I want to see. And if I do decide to do around the United States trip, like I'm thinking about doing, obviously it would probably be in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 based on the timing of when that comes out and the amount of work I still have ahead for me on there. But I do that. I'll see some of the sites for a second time too. Like I want to see Mount Rushmore, and we're going up the East Coast. I'm gonna fly into New York City. That'll be pretty cool. I've flown to New York City already once in this game. I did a direct flight from Ontario, California to JFK, and that was a long flight, but I definitely couldn't sit in for the whole thing, so I got up, just watched a movie or two, I want to say, in my room, and then ate some lunch, and then came back, and I was pretty close. I was still in like Illinois or something like that, and I was like, okay, well, time to go back and watch another movie. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was kind of what motivated me to do this around the world trip, kind of pushed it. I wanted to do all commercial flights, like commercial planes, like commercial airliners, and I was just gonna literally fly around the world, just west to east, or east to west rather. I was gonna start in California and go to Hawaii and just like bounce around that way and just completely go one way. But it's pretty cool that my buddy Jeremy told me I should do it in a smaller plane, in the Baron that I used to fly, and kind of check out different continents and whatnot. So if you look at the flight plan, the only continent I'm not really checking out, and maybe we'll just do like a direct like around there someday, I don't know, is Africa. So in Africa, the most I'm going to get into Africa is Egypt, where I'm going to see the pyramids of Giza with you guys. But that's probably as south as I will be in Africa. Not to say on the globe, because we'll be all the way down in Australia and New Zealand, but yeah, as far as that's concerned, as far as Africa is concerned, that's about as low as it's gonna go. And again, that might be something else where I do a trip and I just fly around Africa. Let's say somebody took my plane and flew it over to Africa, and then I took a commercial plane and just started from there. But we'll see. It'll depend on how I feel, and if I'm still playing flight simulators and whatnot. Who knows? Life can definitely change from now and until then. Oh, and somebody did ask me what my Hobbs reading is on my plane right now. I'm sitting at 38 hours right now, so I'll get up to 39 right now. So I've got a lot of hours on the plane. If you're new to the series, this plane, I picked it up, I believe was in Panama City, Panama. Got to check out the Panama Canal. So that is when I started flying this plane, and we retired the Baron over there. We sold it to Chapo and started El Chapo's services. If you ever see the flight plans on SimBrief, they're called CCS. So it's Chapo's Cocaine Services. Our joke we have going for all the guys that fly with me on this journey. But anyways, we are still over Jamaica, and Kingston's way down there now. We're making some good progress already on leaving Jamaica. I don't know if I like where the throttling is at. It seems to be there at a good spot for like cruising speeds, but I kind of want to speed it up here so we get in at a pretty quick time into Cuba here. So let's see, I'm going to crank that up to 225 knots so the plane has got some movement under it. We're about 250 nautical miles, I think, from about about 150 nautical miles from where we need to be. So again, landing time is actually going down now instead, because it was going up from the slow speed we were traveling. So 1930 is landing time, and is 1827 right now. So got a good 45 minutes until we're gonna land. So until then, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys here, and I'll see you guys when we get into Cuba. Hey everybody, we are back. We are seeing Cuba right now. This is Cuba, and Jamaica is no longer a thing we can see anymore off the horizon here. But we are just on the edge of Cuba here. We're going to be landing somewhere over here, I believe, is where the airport is. Can't really tell, but I'm assuming it's like... I think it's right over there somewhere. I think it's along the edge of the beach, so that might be where we're coming in at. So our top of descent is actually kind of deceiving. It's about to come up now, but they wanted us to actually be down quite a ways. So I'm already descending at a pretty quick rate here, but I think I'm gonna actually cancel it just because it feels like we are going to run into a mountain by how fast it has us descending. We're actually gonna go back up a little bit here. Don't need to go that high, but stick at 6,000 feet, and then we'll slow it down after that. Looking at that mountain range over there, and we got to do like a loop around it to help descend and slow down. I don't know how comfortable I feel with that. At certain waypoints, like it wanted me, well, it's even got 5,000 crossed off here, so that's interesting. I've never seen that before where it's just crossed out. But yeah, so we're gonna be making a loop around here pretty soon to get on the approach. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom my map in just because I like to keep this zoomed in while that's going on. Yeah, there's the airport. It's right next to the water. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Alright, yeah, so there's our runway right there, and if I had to guess, we're parking somewhere over here, if I had to guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay zoomed in there so I know where I'm going when I land. And then I'm gonna zoom in on this map just a little bit so I can keep the flight plan in my view. Oh, we are in the mountains of Cuba right now. These are really nice. This reminds me of Colombia when we were there. Nice and green and full of vegetation. Oh, there's some streams going on over there too. Pretty nice. So yeah, did get the last of my chores done that I talked about in the last video. I was just doing laundry, and I had a comforter that was in the dryer that I had to finish getting cleaned up and put back on my bed there. So it looks like we're gonna swing around and kind of swing outwards just to kind of help with slowing down for the descent here. Kind of makes some sense. It's just the altitude they wanted me at didn't make any sense for where I'm at right now. At 4,500 feet, I'm pretty sure I would have been in one of these mountains. It's a pretty nice approach, though. You could kind of fly over the mountain, and then you kind of go back and then come back and land on the beach there, it looks like. So it'll be pretty nice. Like I said, Stoppel picked all these out because Stoppel's pretty good at picking these, so just kind of trust what he has for approaches and and landing airports here as far as entertainment's concerned. All right, so we're coming out of the mountain now, so now I can go back down, actually get to that 3,000 feet. And let's go ahead and start the descent. Whoops, not that. Vertical speed. Alright, 700 feet per minute. I'm trying to do the math right now. That's about 5 minutes. That's probably not going to be fast enough. I need to speed that up a little bit. Yeah, 1,200 feet is going to probably be where it's at. Have another snapshot there just in case. So, like I said, the airport should be right over there somewhere near those mountains. We'll see here. Like the autopilot's even struggling on banking. Too much of a bank for this plane. We are going way off the line there, trying to come back around, but we'll be okay. We're descending at the same time, so that might not be helping. It's increasing the speed pretty quickly on the plane here. All right, so we're supposed to be at 4,500 feet right now, and we got about 30 seconds to get there, and we're actually already there, so in about less than a minute we're supposed to be at 3,000 feet next. So yeah, we're definitely cooking to get in here. And then 2,000 feet after that, yeah, we might as well just descend down to the 2,000 feet. We're gonna be flying over the ocean mostly, it looks like, so don't have to worry about any mountains or anything now to be running into. Man, did this autopilot really take us far out. There, that's probably not helping either with the auto throttle. Just killed it too. Go ahead and slow it down here. We're going to be coming in pretty quick if I can. Let's see. Yep. Runway 10, I believe, is the runway we are going to be landing on. So, yeah. It's going to be pretty quick here. Even the autopilot on and let it do its thing here. Waiting for the localizer to grab me here, which looks like it can. Activate approach. Approach is not working. Alright, we're at 2,000 feet right now. Why is the approach not working? Activate it this way. Activate approach. Oh, it wants me to do a loop. Okay, so it's gonna do the loop. I must have did it way too late. So I'm gonna go into approach mode here. Gonna do a little bit of a circus loop to get it recentered into the glide slope. Fine. It felt like we were coming in pretty hot anyway, so. No, there's not much to see right now. It's just haze and fog off of the coastline here. We're making pretty good time though. I did say we were gonna land at 1900 hours or 1910, and it looks like it jumped up another 10 minutes just because we have to circle back around for approach. Man, that water looks nice down there. Alright, there's Cuba again. We're on approach mode. We got auto throttle on. We got autopilot still on. I'm just letting the plane do its thing. If I click off the auto throttle, let's see what it does. Oh, it wants to go back up to 250. Okay, well, I'll let it do its thing. Trying to recircle the waypoints we had too, it looks like. I don't need these both at the same zoom level. Let's get this zoom back out. There we go. Whoops. I hate when it does that. Come on. Click on the knob. So, yeah, we're still about 15 miles out from the airport, but we should be fine. Coming back through our loop right now. This should get us on the glide slope. If not, we'll just do a visual landing. That's okay. No, I didn't even check the weather up here. I guess better late than never. And I mean, you could see it just looking out here. It doesn't look like it's going to be too choppy, other than the little bit we're dealing with here. And there's the U.S. Florida looks clean right now too, if that is working right. Let's put the map back on. There we go. Okay, so we're looping back around. Again, the plane has got so much speed, it's having a hard time with this bank. Let's slow it down again. At about 150 knots. We're supposed to be at 4,500 feet right now, but it's okay. We're just going to stick to what we have here. We'll just stay at 2. Being out in the ocean, we don't have to worry too much. Yeah, 3,000, then 3,000, and then 2,000. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So plane is still trying to find the approach here, or the glide slope rather. Can't get it to click onto it here. Can't lock in on it. Maybe we might be doing a visual here. I'm gonna kill the autopilot. My map in. All right, there we go. Still don't have visual of the airport. I'm assuming it's right there. Go ahead and get our landing gear down here. Slow us down a bit. flaps going. Get some of those typical stutters of the ground rendering in as we get closer here. Yeah, I thought it was this beach directly in front of me, but it might be a little past that. It might be that last one. Kind of hard, not much is rendering in here. I'm gonna start slowing down though, just in case. Landing gear is down, yep. Ooh, not 500 call out yet. Wait, is that it? No. I'm way off course, so I might as well correct here. Yeah, I was thinking it was along this beach somewhere. Where is this runway? Wait, is that it? Oh, it might be up on that beach. Retract our flaps back and put them up so that we can get some speed, because we're descending here a little too fast. Maps look like it's right here somewhere. It's right on the beach. Is it that? Here, let's get back over to where the glide slope should be. Maybe I can see it more instead of being so close inland here. Oh, is it in that peninsula? That'd be pretty cool, or along it. Oh, wait, that's it right there. Holy cow, how did I miss that? Okay, so we need to actually be up here. Need to slow down too. Alright, throttle off. It's actually pretty cool looking. Like right over this little cliff, and then hoist some flaps. Oh, I got too much flap. Getting the warning light for it. I don't see any poppies. Oh, there they are. All right, we're finally on the glide slope, of course, at the end. One of the poppies anyways. Cutting the power, full flaps. All right, we're gliding. That is probably one of my best landings. I was pretty close to center line, and that was buttery smooth, I must say. Not trying to brag, but that was definitely a nice landing, especially with all that confusion on where the damn airport was. Oh, we're gonna be retracting our flaps right now. There we go. Give us a little bit of power just to keep moving off the runway here. And here comes the taxi line. Oh, and the planes are actually right here. This is pretty convenient. Yeah. Yeah, little prop planes here. Little personal aircraft anyways. At least for 2 spots. I'm not going to be taxiing over there, it looks like. It looks like I'm going over here. I think this is my taxi line right here. Yep. Actually, we'll just park up where the crew is waiting for me. Yeah, see, they're actually waiting for me. This is where I'm supposed to go. I don't see the yellow line, but I do see lights, so we'll go with that. Alright, so they want me to go that way. I love when this works. Straight. To the right. Parking brake set. There we go. Thank you for your help on getting me here. And everybody, welcome to Cuba. We are in what's it called? Santiago De Cuba is where we're touched down at here. So southern point of Cuba. Oh, not too long of a flight. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the flight plan and get my plane set up and ready for the next flight that I'll do, which will probably be a little while till I do it. Parking brake is set. Let's go ahead and stop blinding the crew down there with lighting. And we'll turn off our strobe lights so they know the engine's coming off. There we go. Yep, shutting it down, dude. You're good. And that's all turned off. And yeah, there we go. Oh, and he disappeared as soon as the plane was turned off here. So let me go ahead and open the door for my family to get out. And let's go ahead and have the chocks put. And covers and protectors. Open the luggage door. And then I can take my headset off. I think I forgot to do all that in the last one. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video of Microsoft Flight Simulator, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought. I know it might have been a little bit of a shorter video, but it was a little bit of a shorter flight, and there wasn't much land to be hanging out over to talk more with you guys. So it wasn't so boring just flying over the ocean. Nothing but blue. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care.